With Natlan being in our cream-covered toes, there's a lot of hype right now, and that's a wonderful thing to see, considering how much shit I see on the daily in regards to this game. Like, is that boycott still happening? What's going on there? Just kidding, don't answer that. I literally don't even want the smoke. You do you. As time has gone on, there's been one system that Genshin will seemingly never be able to solve. Exploration. I 100% believe they could, but it would be an additional mechanic that is universal to the game and not region locked, and they seemingly don't want to add it unless it does pertain to regions. I know a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon as soon as Whirling Waves came out because, let's be real, they do it right. Exploration is a factor, but so is movement, and having exploration without the movement freedom is probably one of the worst feelings in an open world game in my opinion. It's one of the points that people loved about Tower of Fantasy with their various movement options, and it's one of the main things people loved in Tears of the Kingdom from Breath of the Wild. Built-in mechanics that allow you to have nearly unlimited movement freedom, and in Zelda's case you have the additional fun of creative freedom as well. Genshin is literally the opposite. Exploration without the movement unless it's tied to specific areas in specific regions and in specific parts of the map, like Inazuma's little zappy points, or Sumeru's dendro points, or Fontaine's underwater ring boosts when you're swimming. All region specific and all only delegated to specific areas. These things tell me at least that they know about how slow it is, and all of these additions are their ways of fixing or addressing the problem without having to actually do a universal root fix. And this is the thing that absolutely infuriates me to no end because I see it never being fixed without detachment to this system. Like I said, they can give their players that freedom, but they are kind of incentivized not to. The gacha system reinforces this bad or not fully realized pillar mechanic, as mobility units are part of the solution for fixing the slow testicle contorting exploration. The gacha characters with mobility are a band-aid fix from Hoyo, making exploration slow and non-cohesive. It also of course doesn't hurt them if they make a few couple tens of millions of dollars too. Over time, we have gotten a plethora of units, and a nice chunk exhibit this point of band-aid fixing the problem. You literally see it as almost half, 35 out of the 81 characters, have an exploration gimmick skill. It started with a free unit like Kaya where stamina was decreased, then went to Rosaria for faster sprinting speed at nighttime. You go a little bit further, you see Sayu, our local taxi ninja, then you get Yelan, which is thankfully sexy and powerful and also easy to build. Then you move on to Kazuha and even Xianyun being probably our biggest examples. But look at our newest unit. She's probably the clearest example of paid or primo-gem priced movement freedom. Now, I'm not saying these characters are built with the sole intent of selling based on exploration. What I am saying though is that these characters are an awful symptom of a systematic problem that won't be fixed unless they add and design with movement freedom being a pillar of the exploration experience. Hoyo's inability to have movement freedom at its core is put into kit designs of characters, and they are essentially trying to inadvertently sell you a solution rather than just making the movement better as a whole. It's also how they reel players back in by giving region-locked movement freedom made to make the shiny new region hide the underlying root problem. This needs to be a constant through line, and I think it's just too far in for them to even do this huge upheaval to fix the source problem. It's also just annoying too how a lot of Ascension skills are just slapped on mobility things like with Rosaria or Kaya. Like fucking really? Glide speed that isn't stackable? Give me actual skills for their kits, not this pathetic bullshit. You need to jump through so many goddamn hoops to make a core aspect of this game, and exploring the pretty vistas a smooth experience. Like, if you want ease of exploration, freedom, and speed, you literally need to cater a whole fucking team to make that possible. Like Yelan, Sayu, Kazuha, and Xianyun, or Natlan having Moalani or Kachina as teammates incentivizes you to use them because of how much faster you can roam around and climb the mountains because of how Phlogiston works. All of that, pain in the fucking ass, and it just makes me sad. They are making some great strides as of recent, but I think in this specific area, Yeah, I think it will forever be this way, or at least until they can find another way to sell you something else, like mounts or other exploration things. But first off, congrats on making it to Natlan. I hope you're enjoying it, and Mualani with her extra mobility for surfing, if you caught her. Am I onto something here?
I will eat your ass!
Hell, did I even make sense? Do you kinda agree or see where I'm coming from on this? In any case, I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me take your time, and be safe out there.
Callie, let me smell your